from when you say that.
Well, Jeffrey Smythe, the guy that was sworn into safety, I actually contacted him when he was the director for the Civil Rights Division. And so I contacted him after I was falsely arrested, and the police in Alamance County covered it up along with the along with the DA, and I have proof of this. I have evidence. He declined to investigate, and I've submitted many complaints about Jeffrey Smythe, and they've never been returned. And so when he got appointed, I failed again. And so basically these complaint things, I don't know where they go. And to me it seems like they're intentionally designed to keep people in the dark. Because like I've been dealing with this with the false arrest and the consequences from it. Like I was banned from my town illegally. And again, like this, I know you probably like, this guy's all over the place. I'm not trying to be all over the place, but the point that I'm making is he got Jeffrey's. And first of all, I don't even know how he's able to hold.
Before you go any further, I wouldn't be the person to help you.
I know.
To get you to Miss Stephens.
Yeah. I just wanted to say this because what's going to happen most likely is I'm going to get a voicemail or something, or she's going to push me off.
No. If you get a voicemail, you would need to leave a message and she'll call you back. And
right.
I'll also email her, but that is the process. So if you get a voicemail, that could mean she's on another call.
Right. So
she's here.
I want you to understand, and you're very respectful, and I thank you for that, ma'am. But before you transfer me, I want you to understand this. I've been dealing with this for 2 years. I've been calling, and I know for a fact that Jeffrey Smythe had me blackballed from speaking to anyone. And so nothing's been done. The governor hasn't done anything. And I see that Josh Stein was in Whitsett. I live in Gibsonville, which is not that far away. So, yeah, that's fine. You can transfer me. But it's like my family and I, we're still dealing with the consequences of this. And I know for a fact that Jeffrey Smythe declined to get involved because of his friendship with the department. But you go ahead and transfer me, ma'am.
Okay. What is your name so I can let her know?
My name is Brian Turner.
Brian Turner?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Hold for one moment, please, Mr. Turner.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, this is Brian Turner. So the reason I'm calling is...
Yes, sir?
So, can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. I just want to make sure we're on the same page. So, Jeffrey Smythe, you guys just appointed him last night or something like that. Firstly, I don't know how he can hold two roles because he's been appointed in Burlington, but that's not why I'm calling. So the reason I'm calling is Jeffrey Smythe, when he was the civil rights director, refused to investigate credible claims that I have of police misconduct in Gibsonville, North Carolina. He specifically told me I didn't think that the person would. So basically, I was falsely arrested, and then like the department covered it up by having a person lie later on. And essentially, the assistant chief had her friends lie for the officer that assaulted me. And this was on camera to claim that I fought him for 20 minutes, even though the camera showed that it didn't happen. And so, long story short, it affected my life. And Jeffrey Smythe refused to investigate. He actually, he told me on the phone, I don't think Rebecca Dixon would do that. So saying that is not the same thing as an investigation. So, and then he hung up on me. And so afterward, when I was calling, like I have credible evidence. I couldn't get a hold of anybody, and they were told, well, when I would call, I would get through initially, and then they find out who I was, and they would hang up on me. And it's appalling that Jeffrey Smythe is promoted when he refused to investigate credible complaints. And then when I filed complaints against him, they got nowhere. I've been dealing with the result of this since what is it, August 7th, 2022. The DA was part of the cover up. The police chief was part of the cover up, and the town banned me when I brought this up at the town meeting. So and the police chief, the same guy that Jeffrey Smythe is Facebook friends with, had me banned to cover up for the police officer. And so again, I've filed many complaints. I tried to file at least 2 complaints with Jeffrey Smythe while he was in the role of civil rights lead. Also, the SBI, they retaliated against me and I know that he controls them now, like, fully. So I submitted complaints to the SBI and they wouldn't get involved. They kept telling me that they had to be invited in, which is partially true, but the people that would invite them in were the ones engaging in the corruption. And so the SBI actually issued so I just want to tell you, I got a warrant for my arrest for misuse of 911 by the SBI on behalf of the Gibsonville. So what the SBI did was they took calls, because I was told to call after I was banned from the town for non-emergency issues, and then they combined a bunch of times that I called, and I admitted this is not an emergency issue, but I'm calling because I was told to do this when I was illegally banned. And so the SBI combined separate calls to try to make it look like that I abused, and so I had to pay $3,000 to bond out. And again, like, the point of this is I've been dealing with this for 2 years, and again, the guy that Josh Stein felt that he should bestow this opportunity didn't do his job when it came to me. And it's like people are more concerned with protecting the police officers than the rights of people. And so there are other people dealing with similar issues that I've spoken to throughout my journey. And so I filed complaints against Mr. Smythe and nothing's been done. And so I got your email this morning, and I appreciate you for following up so swiftly. But I don't know what to do, because, like, we're victims of, and it's not, I'm not a criminal that is just, that I made bad decisions and I'm just upset. Like, this really happened. And he's elevated to one of the highest positions in North Carolina, and he refused to investigate my claims. So that's why I'm calling, because I want to see, and it's not necessarily like my family. We've been harassed by the people that by the people that lied for the police officer after we called him out, and it's like, I could go on all day, but I'm not, because I know your time is valuable. But I want to see something done. Like, I don't necessarily want him to get in trouble, but I want him to investigate. I want something to be done. Like, we went through all the oversight committees, as I told you, the town, the mayor, the alderman, and so that's the reason why we were banned, for bringing up misconduct. The DA, who was aware, and I assert these claims with proof that he knew that I was innocent and still pursued a malicious prosecution. Jeffrey Smythe, the SBI, all these people, the governor's office, and we're getting redirected. Well, it's not an issue that we can handle. Yes, it is. You're just declining not to get involved. So I'm done speaking now, ma'am. Is there something that could be done or investigated?
Well, as I tried to explain in the email, in order for it to fall under our jurisdiction, it has to be several criteria. It has to be a covered person.
Okay.
The act that you want to complain about has to be an official act he took as the covered person that somehow benefits him financially, or a business he's with, or a family member.
Yes, ma'am.
It sounds like what he did was what you're complaining about happened prior to his appointment as the director of public safety, which is a covered position.
Yes, ma'am.
So it doesn't sound like it falls under our jurisdiction. And you're welcome to visit our website at the links I gave you, to review that further. If you decide that you still think it does, you will have to submit a complaint in writing on the form that's available on the website. Then I'll also a link in the email.
Yes, ma'am.
It has to be notarized. You do have to be a registered voter in North Carolina, an active registered voter.
Yes, ma'am.
But just based on what you've told me, it doesn't seem to fall under the very narrow jurisdiction we have.
Yeah, I don't think it does either. Actually, after you, because I do apologize. I skimmed it, but you're right. Okay. So, is there anything that I could do? Because, like I said, like I understand what you're saying, but we're still an innocent family, and we've tried everything, and I know 100% that Josh Stein could get involved if he wanted to. It's not. They keep telling me we can't get involved because it's a local issue. That's BS. He could get involved because he had no problem getting involved with that lady in Charlotte. That was a local issue, or the other person. RIP to these people. But I'm just making the point, like these politicians and these entities that have the right to get involved choose not to, and I'm just seeking accountability is all, ma'am. And if you don't know, it's okay. I really
don't know how to advise you further, sir. I'm sorry.
That's okay. All right. Well, you have a good day, ma'am.
You too. Thank you.